Hi, everybody. This is Patricia Cori, and I am live. I was on a 24-hour hiatus from Facebook just to give myself a breather, and because I'm finding that negative despair, hate, rants sometimes overwhelm me, and I have to take a break to breathe. So I did, and I'm coming to you now because I want to address that, and because I'm leaving soon for my beloved Egypt. And I wanted to say ciao, goodbye, because I probably won't be around for a while on social media because I'll be immersed in the land of the pharaohs. But I did want to leave you with a little Mamabear message, and that is, do your best to spread more light amongst you, amongst each other. Raise the vibe on social media. It's a tool. If we don't use it well, then it's using us. I've said that before. Hi, Deb. Okay, let me start and say hi to everybody because I am live on Facebook today. South Wales, hi, Deb. Fig, love you. Claudia, ma che scherzi, che bello! Long time, è tanto tempo, mamma mia. Mikey, hello. Liz, Marcia. Thank you all for catching my little brief here. Yeah, I just, if you make a list of all the hate stuff that's out there and all the fear and anguish and whatever, I just can't help asking myself, so where are all the light workers? Where is all the brilliance, the energy, the power of people who love, people who believe, trust, know that all of this mire that we're finding ourselves in is fleeting, and that the bigger picture is the new world we're creating. And I because you do think of me as a mama bear, and boy, do I just love that. I think I was a polar bear in a former life. I want to give you some maternal, if I could, message of, like my mom used to do when I was a kid. I was so tormented about the future of the planet, and my mom would say, honey, make your world small. Work on what you can do in your world right now. And I would say, I think I was 12, and I was saying, yeah, but there's war and destruction and pestilence and all these terrible things, and how are we going to fix it? And my mom would say, honey, make your world as small as you can and make that work, and then expand out. And I've always battled with that, because on the one hand, I care about the whole world. I care about the universe. I care about existence, consciousness. How do you make that small? How do you shrink it down to where it's manageable, especially at a time when there's so much bad news? And my answer is, this is the challenge that's before each and every one of us. We have to figure out how to make our lives, our personal lives, work, to be in positivity, to be in the strength of positivity, without being in la-la land, without ignoring what is everything around us, because that's the base, that's the strength. And people say you're always, somebody said something really beautiful. I think it was Peggy Joger. He said, you manage to always bring through the humor and the love. And it's like, isn't that the point? Did I get the wrong memo? So I decided, well, let me just bring you a little message of humor and hope and joy, because, you know, my God, it's so beautiful. It's just, the colors of my island are, they're like the old coloring books that children used to play with. Too bad they don't have those anymore, or if they do, I've heard they've muted the crayons. Are you kidding me? They have a whole bunch more gray and brown tones in color crayons than they did when I was a kid. Why? Because everything's grayer and browner, and that sucks. But But here on my beautiful island, everything is so bright and the colors are so brilliant, and it helps me to feel bright and brilliant. And I wanted to share that with you. And, you know, as far as the rhetoric, for God's sakes, you know, can I just address a few of these things? To those of you who believe in the flat earth theory, you know, my hat's off to you. I don't. And I'm not going to pussyfoot around about that and say, well, maybe, I mean, I don't buy it. I don't want to hear about it. Do I have tolerance about it? To a point. Give me a break. And now we have the, there's a wall, whistleblowers. Oh no, it was NASA telling us they've discovered there's a wall at the edge of the universe. Jesus. Really, are we just going to go all the way back to pre-medieval times here? It's just such a contradictory thing. On one side, we have this just race toward unbelievable perspectives of consciousness and creation and the multidimensional universe and reality. And the other, we're getting pushed back by NASA and government and our own whistleblowers, take that with a grain of salt, telling us about flat earth and the wall at the edge of the universe. It's all about constraint, you know, it's all about limitation. And I'm all about expansion and liberation. Say that again. So, you know, as I leave for Egypt, I really want to leave you with these thoughts, and that is, for God's sakes, man, somebody be a moderator on Facebook and, you know, call people. Oh, I'm just reading a wonderful message. Call people to stand up to these thoughts. Wonderful Rebecca says, I miss my mama bear. You're truly too young to be mine, but your advice is spot on. Have loved you since the first reading of your first book. I'm so grateful for your messages and the words of your mama bear. I just, you know, that just touches my heart, sweetheart. I wish I could say that I am too young to be your mama bear, but I'm probably not. Until people say, you look so young, and I'm telling you, it's the lighting. Why do you think I've got this lighting on the computer? Oh, that's too much. Thank you, Rebecca. You're a star. All right, guys. So anyway, it's just going to be a moment of Zen. I just didn't want to leave without giving you my salutations, asking you to be very conscientious and conscious of what you put out there. As far as all the Trump hating, you know, I'm so sick of it. And just remember, there is no winning side on loving or hating Trump. There's never a winning side on loving or hating a politician or a person in a public position. The winning, if you call it winning, is when you're able to look past the person and look at the agenda. And I get so much shit from people who say, oh, so you're a Trump lover? Because I constantly call people to that. I constantly call people to look behind the personality, which I don't, you know, is there a politician that has a wonderful personality? Somebody that we can look up to, a John F. Kennedy in the scene? No, there is not. I mean, let's take the collection of these people. We won't even talk about, let's put Trump aside. Hillary Clinton? Please. Joe Biden? A little pet peeve of mine for what he does. The collection of them, it's a ludicrous collection of puppets. And people are knocking each other out, beating each other up, constantly falling into the trap of division that is absolutely stirred within us. And the best way to do that is to just have a love-hate campaign for a person. And the person of the moment is Trump. But holy, you know, I can think of a lot of people who make Trump look like a prince in what we call the political arena. So give me a break on that. Try to get beyond that. Hear me when I say these are the puppet players. Worry or think about the dude that's manipulating the puppet behind the curtain. and the Wizard of Oz don't look behind the curtain concept, right? Or even more, who made the puppets to begin with? Go deeper. Stop hating. Go deeper and understand more and more and more what it's all about, why these people are there, what their agenda is, et cetera, et cetera. Okay? And in the meantime, let me hear, sorry. I don't know about this. My hair is just always a protagonist in my talks. Can't seem to, maybe I should just pin it back or something. In these days that I'll be gone, I'll try to bring you some pictures. I've got amazing people on this trip. I think we've got a group that is exceptional, and a lot of these people I already know and have traveled with. And what an honor that they're traveling with me again. And I hope some of you will do that in the future. I've got some things, very exciting things planned for next year, but you know, one thing at a time. All right, guys, spread hope. Come on. Yes, it's scary out there, but see that glass half full, for God's sakes, or you've already lost the battle. If your life is nothing but seeing the dark, miserable, hopelessness, you've lost the battle. And somebody wrote to me yesterday, yeah, what's the point? Earth is nothing but rape and murder and hate. This is a light worker? Ain't gonna be no ascension as long as we feel that way. So see it beautiful, see yourself beautiful, and think of your mama bear, because I'm gonna be immersed in one of my favorite places in all of the world, the land of pharaohs. All right, guys. Oh, and then after I'm going to Italy, and try to believe this, I'm going to go spa, and then I'm going to go to Tuscany, and I'm going to spa there too. So Mama Bear be taking care of Mama Bear. Oh, hey, Thomas, baby bear. Thomas Cabral was the original. We figured it out. He's the one who coined the term Mama Bear, so I'm forever grateful about that. Yes, I'm going to Tuscany to spa and to explore the mysteries of Tuscany and the Etruscans. And P.S., I've got a trip coming up next year which will do that, which will include Italy. It's about time I showed people my Italy. All right, you guys, have a wonderful time. I promise I'll check in and send pics. And in the meantime, let me hear some higher, come on, man, get with the program. Some higher vibes. Let's talk power, strength, determination, and watch out for those negative people, and watch out for that diatribe, the hate, the hate, the hate. Move beyond it. We've got a planet to heal here. Take care. This is Patricia Cori signing out, and thanks for tuning in.